I want to go to one more question, and this one comes from Carrie in Scotland.
Hi Mel, my name's Kerry and I'm from Edinburgh, Scotland. I recently got laid off from a job that I hated, and I took it as a sign from the universe that I needed to find something else to do, a new career. It was a great idea at first, but now I have absolutely no idea how to go about finding the career that I love or finding my passion. Any tips on where to start?
Oh, I love this question. Congratulations, Carrie. I know it's scary, but you're going to be just fine. Can you walk, Carrie, and everyone listening through your sweet spot exercise?
Absolutely.
She's just been laid off, no idea where to start. How do you figure out what direction to move in?
So this is exactly what I did when I decided what I was going to do when I left my job. And so I built it into a formula. So there's 4 quadrants. Here's how you look at it. The first quadrant is, what are you good at? So what do people always ask you about? Where have you gotten results in your personal life, in your business life? You might want to take what you know in your business life and bring it into your own business. Or you might look at your personal life and think, you know what? 1 year ago, I was lazy on the couch watching Netflix, eating all my snacks, and I realized I want to run a marathon. And so what you did is for 3 months, you put together a plan to figure out, how am I going to run an entire marathon from couch to marathon in 3 months? You put together a plan and you freaking did it. That's what you can sell. Other people want to know how you did it. And they don't want to know from the leading experts in the marathon industry. They want to learn from a girl that literally 3 months ago was sitting on the couch eating snacks.
Yeah, because that looks like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So where have you gotten results in your personal life, in your business life? How can that translate into a business?
So that's number 1.
Yes. Number 2 is, think about who you might want as a customer. And the reason why this is important is you want to start thinking about maybe some things you're struggling with. Mel said it earlier. The easiest way to find who your customer might be is, who were you 5 years ago? And how can you help them get to wherever they want to get? That's one of the easiest ways to look at who might my customer be. Maybe it was you just a few years ago. Remember, you just need a 10% edge, 10% ahead of those you serve.
Okay.
The third thing is, where are people spending money? What books are being sold on the topic you want? Are there courses being sold? One-on-one coaching? Meaning, will people spend money to get what you're going to teach them or what you're going to sell? So it's important to do a little market research.
So you want to look for people who are doing something similar.
Exactly.
Got it. Because that's like a
validator.
proof that you could actually do this.
Yes. So I want people to already be doing what you want to do. It's a plus.
Okay, great.
Fourth quadrant, and it's the most important, what lights you up? Not what's your passion. You're going to go down a rabbit hole and never come back up. We don't need to find your passion right now. But what do you enjoy? What will make you excited to get out of bed in the morning? Because if you're going to create a business around something you don't love, watch it crash and burn. If it lights you up and you're excited, you're going to figure it out. So what lights you up?
She's inviting you to create a life that you love.
Yes.
Instead of surviving the one that you can't stand. Yeah. And it does take courage. It really does. I am so happy you're here. Tell me the story about, you had a 19-year-old?
Yes. So one of my favorite students, 19, his name's Aiden, and he dropped out of college. You know, it just wasn't for him. And I can totally relate. College isn't for everyone. So he thought, what am I going to do? But he needed to make money really quickly. And one thing he was really good at, because everyone said, how do you do that, is training his dogs. He's not a professional dog trainer, but talk about those dogs not jumping on the couch, not jumping on people when they walk through the door, not barking like crazy. He just had it down. He had 2 dogs and trained them well. So he thought, well, I'm going to start making some videos. I'm going to start posting on social. I'm going to show people what I can do with these dogs. And what happened was, this is the scrappy part. In his local neighborhood, people started to hire him one-on-one. Teach my dogs. Come get my dogs. Teach them what you know.
Okay.
So that was the first action, the starter idea. Now it's ballooned into creating courses and memberships and teaching people all about dog training, but it started in his local community. You can't discount. You can't say, I want to make $1 million tomorrow. Let's focus on the $1,000 that you can make right away.
Ding, 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 ding. Did you guys just hear that? See, this is a practical application of making it smaller.
Yes.
How can you make $1,000 now doing something that you love? Because when you find the courage to do that and then post the photos of your wreaths or put up the little video of you teaching the neighbor's annoying yappy dog how to sit when you say sit, it doesn't matter what your friends think. You're starting to see yourself doing something instead of thinking about it. And that's going to create confidence in you to do more and more and more. See, it doesn't begin with $1 million. It begins with $100 or $1,000. And you're not going to make that $100 or that $1,000 if you're not willing to have the wake-up call. Yes. And then you're not willing to lean toward it. And you're not willing to say to yourself, why not me? Why not me? If these two chicks, Amy, who's almost 50, and me, who's 54, can figure out how to make a lot of money and build a business online with no prior experience, no skill set. The one thing that we have that we are inviting you step by step by step, and Amy walks you through this in her book, 2 Weeks Notice, is to think differently. To think differently, to open your eyes up to a totally different possibility. Freedom, financial freedom, freedom with your time, the freedom and the power to create a life that really works for you. This is not just for some people. It's for everybody. It's for people that are willing to say, you know what? I do want more for my life. And I do want to feel in control. And I can make money and I can learn how to pay for my benefits and my health care. And I could take the power back if I'm willing to think differently. Amy, what are some final thoughts for people? Because I know what happens in an episode like this. Everyone's like, holy shit. Okay. First of all, don't quit your job just yet. I know she's written the book 2 Weeks Notice. But when you put too much pressure on something, it makes you freak out. And so if you are working, let's start with a side hustle. Let's start with a runway. And she's going to walk you through this in her new book. If you are newly laid off, or somebody sent this to you because you're laid off or you're about to graduate from a program and you don't have a job and you're freaking out, chill. And what is the next right step for somebody to take? Is it to do the sweet spot exercise?
Absolutely. I think doing the sweet spot exercise could be really helpful. And if you get stuck on what am I good at, ask your friends and family. I want you to send a text out to 10 people today and say, if I were ever going to go out on my own and do my own thing, what am I good at? What do you think I should start? Because your family and friends will have lots of ideas for you. So that's one thing you could do. And I also think it's important, in my book, a lot of people will say, I don't know where to start. We just heard that one, like, I want to do my own thing, but I have no idea where to start. I wrote the book I wish I had 14 years ago when I was starting out. I too had no idea what to do. And I fumbled for 2 years, and I don't think that's necessary. So I wrote the step-by-step guidebook to give you everything you need to know to start your own side hustle or start your own business. But here's what I want to say. You've been out there on TikTok saying no one's coming to save you. It's actually a really popular TikTok that everyone is using. Like, no one's coming to save you. You're a TikTok sensation, for the record. And that is very true right now as well. Meaning you don't need anybody to save you. You do not need anybody to tell you how worthy you are. You do not need someone to approve how much money you can make or how you can spend your time. There's a world out there that you literally are designing your own life by calling the shots. Everybody is welcome to explore that. And the only people who will take us up on this today are those that will say, all right, I'll give it a shot. I don't know how this would work out. I don't know what this would look like. I'm at least going to explore the possibility that I could have a different life. That's all we're asking for people to do right now.
Wow. All right. So the next right step, you got to follow Amy Porterfield.
Yes.
Make sure you're subscribed to both of our YouTube channels because we will pump you up and we will give you the next right steps. And I want to congratulate you listening on one thing. You took the time to listen to this. You took the time to entertain it. And if you feel something fluttering inside you, take the next step. Pick up Amy's book. It's 2 Weeks Notice. We've linked to it in the contents. And also check out some of the free resources.
Yes.
We have linked to some of the videos that she has that are free that you can watch that are going to walk you through some of the next right steps. And, we're here to support you. But the main thing that I wanted to do today, this was my mission, was to give you a wake-up call and to make you go, I don't have to do what I've always done. Because if I continue to do what I've always done, I'm going to have what I've always had. And I deserve to be happier, and I deserve to have more time, and I deserve to feel like I'm in control, and I deserve to be doing something that makes me feel empowered. And we are 2 living examples. And Amy's track record is certainly much larger than mine, having taught more than 50,000 people how to do this. We are examples that you can change your life any moment you decide to. It's never too late. You're never too early. For those of you who are just graduating, never too early to take control and to pivot and to do something entirely different just because you want to. Amy Porterfield.
Thank you, my friend. So happy to be here.
Thank you. And I just want to say that in case nobody else tells you, I love you. I know Amy does too.
I love you.
I believe in you, and I believe in your ability to do this. Go create a side hustle. Go tap into this new economy. Go be smarter. I want that for you, and I know you want that for you too. All right, I'll talk to you in a few days. Almost every single human being in the past 3 years has had some kind of reset button hit, where you've gotten very clear that maybe the way that you've been doing life, it's not really what you want anymore. And so we're going to focus today on your ability to be your own boss. My guest today is a dear friend of mine. Her name is Amy Porterfield. I wanted to give you a zero-cost masterclass, how to think totally differently about what's possible for you. And that's the invitation of this episode.